Good morning. It's Friday, February the 12th, and this is the heart of the matter. In the Peanuts comic strip, Linus once uttered these insightful words that we can all identify with. He said, I love mankind, it's people I can't stand. Most of us understand what he's talking about, don't we? It is not usually mankind that gives us the most problems. It is the people in our lives, people we work with, people we live with, people we come into contact with on a daily basis. That's the problem. It's people. And yet, the Sermon on the Mount teaches us that one of the areas that distinguishes us as followers of Jesus is how we relate to people. How we respond to people and the problems that come with them is one of the things that sets us apart as Christians. When someone hurts us, we don't respond in the same way everyone else responds. We must be different. When someone humiliates us, we don't respond in the same way everyone else responds. We must be different. Jesus addressed this in Matthew 5, verses 38 and 39. He said, You have heard that it was said, eye for eye and tooth for tooth. But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If someone strikes you on the right cheek, turn to him the other cheek also. In that day, there was something called the law of retaliation, which guided punishments handed down by the courts. The punishment for a crime had to be reasonable and not vindictive. But people started using that same principle in their own personal relationships, and it was seen as permission to get even with someone when they hurt you. As long as you didn't go too far with your getting even, you were okay. When someone hurt you, you could do whatever to them you wanted, as long as it wasn't more than an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Well, needless to say, Jesus set a different standard for his followers. He said, the world might be doing this, but you are to be different. So we are to resist the urge to get even, to take matters into our own hands, to dole out our own version of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. This is not talking about the punishment of a crime by the courts. It's talking about you and I as individual followers of Jesus. So that means that revenge is off limits. It's not part of who we are. The Bible, in fact, says, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. It is not our place to do God's work, no matter how much we want to, no matter how satisfying it might be for the moment, no matter how humiliating it is for us not to punch back. We don't do it, not followers of Jesus. And you know where that comes from? Well, it comes from Jesus himself, who endured the humiliation of the cross and never hit back. And as his followers, we need to be like him in that. And that's the heart of the matter.